Hey, listeners, have you ever wondered what you're missing on the Patreon?
Let us ask you these questions. Do you like the Pre-Fixe? There's an extended version of it every week on the Patreon called the a la carte.
Do you miss your favorite dead celebrities? We have a medium who comes on to talk to them on the Patreon.
Are you an astrology buff? We have an astrologer who comes to the Patreon to read the celebrity stars.
Do you want to hear what we edit out of the podcast? Then you can listen to our cutting room floor episodes on the Patreon.
Do you ever wish we could fix you? Then listen to our all-tier advice episodes right now on the Patreon.
And if you ever want to kiki with other listeners of this pod, come to one of our hilarious live Zoom spectaculars.
Still not convinced? No problem. Head on over to patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople to listen to an example episode of each of these. Absolutely free. See you on Patreon.
Where's Shelley? This is Fixing Famous People, the podcast where two reality television producers pitch solutions to save celebrities in dire straits.
But first, let's get to the Pre-Fixe, your weekly pop culture roundup.
So wait, what did you do? Where were you? I didn't talk to you this weekend. Where were you?
Okay, with my first two, hello, listeners. With my first two
Oh, good morning, everyone. Sorry, how rude.
With my first two consecutive days off this year, one of those days, I went to the Woodbury Commons Premium Outlets.
Oh, excuse me. Oh,
yeah, it is early. It's early for us, and so it's okay.
How was it?
When I tell you I left no stone unturned.
God, she's a shopper, listeners. You have no idea. I don't think they know how much of a shopper you are, actually.
No, I bought a new Prada bag.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm getting this bag. And Hassan goes, how much is it? And then I told him the price. And he said, this is the price. And we did our own little two-woman show in the Prada store where we had everyone in stitches because we were basically screaming at each other in the Prada outlet. I cannot. Everything you think happened is what happened. Yep.
You know that viral video of those two middle-aged gay guys screaming at an airline counter, and they have their dogs with them, and one of them's looking at the other going, what about the girls? That's what I'm picturing happening in this Prada store.
I'm going to kill
you. Wait, so you got quite a haul. Will you be debuting it throughout the spring?
I sure will.
Your new wardrobe? I can't wait.
You'll be seeing it. We were in Burberry. We were in Prada. I went hog wild.
I should try. I have a car. I should just go there because truly this weekend, when it hit 60 here in New York, I went into my drawer where I pick 90% of my clothes from, and I counted my tank tops, and I thought some of these are getting worn. I need to get back to Uniqlo, who sponsors almost my entire wardrobe, to get another 8 tank tops to last me through the summer.
I picture your closet as like a cartoon character closet where you open, like, remember the cartoon Doug?
It is more Tisha Adams' closet.
And it's literally like all the same outfit, like over and over again. That is your closet, right?
I have 2 closets. One closet is the stuff that I wear, and the other stuff is like crazy stuff that I'll wear once or twice a year. The crazy closet's a lot of fun. It looks
the costume closet.
It does. It looks like Patricia Field's basement. Like there's so many caftans in there. My Xena outfit's on a hanger, but then the other closet's just black. It's just all black.
Not
black
your
shirts
Xena
and
outfit.
jeans. That's
not your Xena outfit.
Well, sometimes I wear it when I'm alone.
Funny enough, I feel like you were sunsetting this era when we started this podcast, but you used to be like known for wearing caftans.
Uh-huh.
Like that was like a part of your identity for like a long time, I feel. Am I wrong about this?
Yeah. And I would wear them. I still occasionally wear them at home.
Sure.
It's very rare though. But even during the summer, like I bring them every year when we go to P-Town, but I only wear them to like the Mrs.
Roper tea.
That's it. Yeah. I don't know why, because it just sort of, you're right. What is the word you used? Sunsetting? That was, I guess. It's sort of, yeah. I'll never get rid of them, but I had an era where I was wearing them all the time. Like then I got divorced and I started working out and I realized I had arms and I just wanted the world to see them before they fell off.
Sure. Not before they fell off.
Well, things fall off when you get old.
Speaking of.
Here we are. Okay. So Christopher, I want you to know, by the way, and I want the world to know how much I love Christopher Michael DeRosa. And if we break out into a fight,
We will.
over this
we will
lead
be.
story, over his and his entire generation's mishandling of Britney Spears. I want you to know I still love him at the end of it.
Oh, how dare you? How
Britney
dare you?
Spears.
How dare you do this?
By the way, never before, I mean, without tipping our hat too much, we do talk all the time about the eventuality of us doing this podcast twice a week, or maybe 1.5 times a week, or the ability to just drop what we're doing and go live. Never before have we had a story where listeners have reached out and said, I don't understand why you're not breaking into our regularly scheduled program
an
emergency
pod.
Right.
Yeah.
At this point in our lives, we still need a little bit of notice, but this was the story. Brittany, are we going to do a Brittany watch? Do we feel like it's?
I think
it's too
I don't
serious.
think we can. I'm sorry. It's too serious.
I'll give you the most casual. Are you ready? Hey, y'all. That's about it.
Okay.
That's all you got. Brittany arrested, driving under the influence. When I tell you that all hell broke loose in this group chat, I had to put my phone down and walk away from it.
Dominick in the world. My father texted me.
That is true.
And said, Britney Spears was just released from jail after being arrested last night. Separate text. And then he said, fixing needed.
I'll be honest.
You think? Yeah.
I'm glad. Yeah, I mean, she's acting like someone who should be under a conservatorship. I wonder why no one thought of that before.
Don't even do this.
Excuse me, there's something in my throat. I think it's the truth. There it is. Put that right on the table and stare at it. I'm glad we didn't record last week when it happened, because I was a true saltine in the moment when I read it. I did not react well. I did not react with any, I don't know if I'm a cold-hearted person. I didn't react with sympathy. I reacted like a jilted child who I had helped my mom get through everything, and I had championed her to my dad and the rest of the family that thought that she was a dummy. And then she just turned around and did this. I have since grown more human, and like all families, we get angry at people, and then as the days go by, we soften. I have softened, and I feel terribly for her, and she obviously does need help. And I would not fight with you or anyone with your generation on that point, for sure.
I'd rather her go to jail for this than have her fucking piece of garbage shit family death be back in her life.
And isn't that the issue? It's like she's had the help, but the people helping her are charlatans. Like, they can't.
Dominick.
So what do we do?
Put her in jail. Put her in prison. I'd rather her serve time than have that family come back into her life, period. For real.
Isn't her dad in like 5 pieces already? Doesn't he have like a leg in one closet and like his brain in a jar? Isn't he's been like, no one's been dying as long as Britney Spears' dad. But no one's been, it's the slowest death ever.
Yeah, it's not great. Did I love it? Did I love seeing it? No. You know what I mean? Is it terrible? It sure is. Does she deserve to be like, should she get out of this because of her mental capacity? No. Does she deserve to, you know what I mean? Serve. But like, when I tell Dominick, I'm telling you right now, it's very convenient that she just sold her entire music catalog for $200 million or more. And then she gets a DUI. And then she's given the keys to her car. And then all this stuff is happening and she's spiraling out of control. It's extremely
You're launching
convenient.
a Dateline investigation here. Who are you accusing and of what?
I'm just saying it's extremely convenient that this is all happening after she hits pay dirt and never needs to work a day in her life ever again. For real, for real. And again, do I think she did it? Yes. Do I think that her mom was in the passenger seat giving her alcohol as she was driving the car? Yes. Do I have any real proof of that? No. But
she's been laying low. It's been a week and she's been laying low.
Good,
you know, we get a lot of stories. She'd fired her sobriety coaches. People are saying that the spiral began when Kevin Federline's book came out. I will go out on a limb here and say there's plenty of evidence to show that her spiral started before the book. The book did not help. And I do believe was like a major shoe to drop in this moment.
I don't know, though. You don't
think the book had... I think it certainly pushed her down the hill a little bit quicker.
I think it was bad, but I mean, we weren't... Where were we before that? You know, not great.
Nowhere. No, I've been getting side-eye from you for about 1.5 years about it. But the knives...
But I'm telling you this, like, it's extremely convenient for this to be happening. And I'm not the only person that thinks this. This is all over the internet. They're like, she just went and she just made the most amount of money that she'll ever make ever again. And now her mom is coming to LA to come see her and like try to get those weaselly hands back into her. Like,
so you're saying that you're crying conspiracy theory now. You're 100%. Calling conspiracy.
100. Put her in jail. Put her in jail for a DUI.
I don't like conspiracy theories. My brain there's too many
But
scenarios for me to handle.
But get ready. Here's what's going to get ready. The family's going to come out soon. It's going to be in a week. They're going to be like, we're concerned. We're nervous, blah, blah. She's made it perfectly clear how she feels about her family. But get ready. They're going to come out of the woodwork, all of them. That fucking bitch sister, that cunt-ass mom, and that piece of dog shit father. And they're all going to be like, we're so nervous, but get ready. It's coming. Get ready for it to happen. Because
the sister's the worst to me.
The
and they're all monsters, but that sister is, because that's the one, and I'm an only child, but I would hope if I had siblings, those are the ones that you like. Those are the ones that bail you out unconditionally. So I've heard. But this one's like, she's rolled herself up in that coattail, and it does not matter.
With no talent at all. If she did the crime, she should do the time.
There's no question.
She should not be driving.
Do her some good.
You know what I mean? She should go to prison, period. Because guess what a fix it is for her to then be conserved by her family again, period. They should have no bearing on her life. And get ready, it's coming. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, it's tricky as hell, because there are many people that are sort of saying shades of what I've been saying, which in a less snarky way, which is, that's why she was in a conservatorship, because blah, blah, blah. And again, the linchpin is that the people running the conservatorship did not have her best interest in heart. And they are they're the go-to people. Like, there's always been a level missing in Britney's life. Like, she always needed someone to protect her between her and her family. And if those people exist, A, we don't know about it. And B, they're doing the worst fucking job that you could possibly do.
And can't she be like a ward of the state? Isn't that a thing? Or is she like, is that for like children?
I don't know. You know what would be great? Her sons are adults. What if they put her, if she was a ward of the sons?
I don't want that. I don't like that
because of Kevin.
Because then Kevin can they can all worm their way into the sons. You know what I mean? Like,
well, we can't put her in your care, Christopher. Something's gotta give.
I can't. But I'm saying, like, I need the government to intervene, not like any quote unquote loved one. I need the government.
I know, man. This government, really, the United States government. You want to put in charge of
the state of California? I don't know. You're right. You are right. However, why does her family then get to control her money if she commits a crime? Is my question.
I don't know. Because
put her in a mental institution. Like, for real, put her in a mental institution where she can get care or something. Like, anything but telling that family that they now have power over her estate.
I know. I think putting her in a place like that would be the end of her.
I know. I don't want her to do that.
I don't know there's got to be. You know what the best possible ending to this story is? Christina Aguilera comes forward and she says, I have had enough. I will dole this out. Let me be. I got lucky because my mother wasn't as much of a monster as Britney's parents. Let me just be in charge. We came up together. I somehow survived, for the most part, the nonsense that comes along with being a child star. Let me just do it.
Or Paris Hilton.
Let them rule the universe.
Yeah. Paris Hilton also would be a perfect person to do this. For her.
I personally need Christina, because for me it was always Britney and Christina.
Yeah.
And then, Jessica Simpson and Mandy Moore were like on the side begging for crumbs, and we're like, we'll see you in 25 years after other projects.
Slam.
This is their moment.
Slam. Dominick, what a fix. Listen, not just fixing at the end of the episode, everyone. we're
just fixing people left and right. The world needs it.
Guys, I mean, the amount of DMs that I got, like, for real, like, my phone was like on fire. Everyone, listen to me.
Oh, God.
Noon Eastern time. Triple your prayers. Triple. Okay. She needs them more than ever. More than ever. And if you're coming to this podcast new and you're like, you guys are monsters for talking about her, I pray for this woman every day at noon. Okay. There's an alarm on my phone that goes off at noon Eastern time every single day that says prayers for Britney. And I bless one up for her. And now I'm blessing up thrice. And I need you to do the same.
I'm not going to lie. As I've maintained since the story broke, I'm on a prayer break from Britney Jean Louise. I'm on a prayer. I'll rejoin when I see
You're refraining.
I've wasted my heart and soul on somebody and they pull something. I'm like, go under the lamp. Rest with the steak and Jamie Lee Curtis and Kristen Chenoweth. All of you under there. Take a break for a few months. Give me a moment to gather my thoughts.
Guys, it's bad.
I only want the best for you.
Yeah.
The one thing is, this past week, I've been listening to more Britney than I had in the months prior.
That counts.
I don't remember the number for what she sold her catalog for, but I could tell you that it should have been
more
10 figures instead of 9 or whatever it was. Like, it's a generation of music. It's truly a generation of music. It's Madonna level, it's Taylor level, and blah, blah, blah.
Even the albums like way in the more recent albums, like Femme Fatale was for at the time. Nowadays, you're like, okay, what is this? But like at the time, that was like, she was hitting.
Oh, yeah.
And there was like one hit, like there was like one single from that album.
Could do no wrong.
It was great. Like, oh, shit.
Can I tell you this story, by the way? Speaking of, okay, so I saw this clip. I don't know how recent it is. Taylor Dane, fellow Long Islander.
Sure.
Definitely my era solidly and not yours. I mean, I remember listening to Tell It to My Heart in the limo as we were going to the junior prom on Long Island. And in the limo, we're listening to the song and the limo driver says, hey, the broad who sings this song was in this car last night. I took it to a concert and we started screaming.
Yeah.
I screamed louder than everybody because I was the gayest and most feminine of the 4 couples in the car. All straight, all like mixed gender couples. Taylor Dane shows up. She starts telling her story, like the life story to Sherry Shepherd. And she's like, you don't understand. She goes, Sherry goes, tell me about when you met Tina Turner. And Taylor's like, well, Tina Turner gave me like advice about my love life. And I can't even remember what the advice was, but Taylor Dane, who I love, who I've seen in concert many times, who can still wail, by the way, still gorgeous.
I mean, she's still performing Tell It to My Heart on The Bachelor, like every
fantastic.
year.
She's fantastic. We had her on Long Island Medium. She let us into her home. Like, she couldn't have been more hospitable. I just need to issue one correction where she shows up on Sherry Shepherd and she's like, you don't understand. At the time, Tina was Tina and I was hitting. You don't understand. I was, of the moment, the Taylor Swift, the Britney Spears. And I moved away from my desk and I said, Taylor, let's stop it.
Yeah.
Stop that. You were Taylor Dane. Being Taylor Dane is good enough. You were not Taylor Swift. You were not Britney. This was like, you're talking about a level of white hotness that very few people get to approach. I bet she regrets saying it.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, in her mind.
Oh, there's no doubt.
In her mind, clearly still.
Well, she's prone to exaggeration. She's from Long Island. She's from Freeport.
Sure.
What's that like? I Leslie Wonderman. Leslie Wonderman. Yeah, don't. You don't hear Debbie Gibson walking around saying that she was Britney Spears. She said she was Debbie Gibson. Get it together, Long Island. Speaking of Long Island, can I just tell you, my parents went to a movie this weekend for the first time. They went to a movie theater for the first time since Avatar, which I think was 2009. Is that
like Avatar, like the first one?
The first one was the last time.
It truly was 2009.
Yeah. So they went to a movie theater. They went with
I'm
this
scared
kid.
to hear
He's a young adult. No, it's a funny story. They went with, for many years they worked with this children's charity. And so they went with this person who's now not a child, but a young adult. And they went to a movie with him. And my dad and mom had not been to a movie in 15 years or whatever it is. And my dad calls me the next day and cannot stop raving about the improvements in movie theaters. To my dad, the most important thing was, if someone's coming into my row, I don't have to get up. There's just so much room. They recline like my seat in the fucking den. It's unbelievable what they're doing to get people back in theaters. And I'm like, yes, they did. And it didn't work because every theater you go to is about to close down. He's like, well, that is a good point. It was a Sunday and there was nobody there. I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. It's like, no one's going to see the movies anymore.
I'm screaming. Welcome to the 21st century. I'm screaming.
Get ready for this. So what they went to see, because the kid they were with wanted to see, it was anime. 2 hours and 35 minutes of
what?
Japanese anime. I don't know the name of it.
Was it like Demon Slayer or something? I think that's like a very famous
I have no
one.
idea. Some of it was in English. Some of it was in another language.
And Dominic, why did we not film this? That's like,
well, they didn't tell me they were going until afterwards. I said the same
I would have
thing.
paid hundreds of dollars just to see your dad experience that.
So wait, then I said to Barbara, the mother, I said to her, what were you doing this whole time? And she said,
I'm nervous.
She said 5 minutes in, I knew this wasn't my thing. So I put in my earphones and I started listening to your podcast while she was sitting in the movie theater. I'm like, Mom, I know you haven't been to a movie theater in a long time. She goes, I brought the brightness down on my screen. I know what you're about to say. I was like, okay, because I've seen people almost get killed in a movie theater for not shutting their
by
phone
you,
off.
by the way. By you.
Me and my best friend Mark is no joke. Like when we went to see that, we went to when the Star Wars movies, the new ones came back. We were in the second row. This poor woman was in the first row. She did not lower the brightness quick enough, and her phone was still on when it was dark. I have never seen my friend Mark move so fast. He leaned right. Have I? He put his mouth right next to her ear. He said, "Shut it off now."
You've said that. You've told this story before.
I was unsettled the first half of the film. I'm like, when's this woman going to get up and realize that some old faggot just told her what to do and start smacking us? Silly.
Oh,
here we are.
Oh my God, your parents in the movie theater watching an anime movie. And then your mom not paying attention to it is incredible.
Wearing headphones and just with the screen down. And
I want her to have like huge ones like this. Like I want her to have like huge noise canceling.
Princess Leia. Someone tried to murder Rihanna a couple of days ago. Someone showed up to her house with a gun and shot at it 10 times. And Rihanna was home.
Guys, this is why she shouldn't try to pretend like she shouldn't play with us about no music is what I'm saying to you. Because people, I think I truly, literally said like people will try to break into her house to try to get the music.
This chick was a loon. I mean, videos of her online talking about Satan and all sorts of other things.
Oh, brother.
So she's clearly a little bit damaged. I hate to be so unsympathetic. I mean, I'm sympathetic to Britney. I'm not to this woman. Like, I feel like if you've delayed this album from being made by even a day, you should just get the death penalty for that, much less trying to fucking kill somebody. Bye, bitch. See ya. I
mean, it's fucking crazy, though.
It is crazy.
Do we have any? I mean, we don't know because she's out of her mind, so we don't know.
She's just a lunatic. Yeah, she's a lunatic with access to a gun. That's it. I won't even say her name here because I don't want her to get any sort of notoriety.
Nope.
I feel like if we say her name, she'll get off by reason of insanity and then launch like a music career of her own. She'll be like the bad Barbie of 2026.
It's fucking scary. It's fucking scary.
That's why I'm happy I live on the 5th floor because only someone on the 5th floor of the building across the street can shoot into my
can shoot you. It's also, this is the thing, when you're that famous though, don't you have like round the clock security?
Yeah, but I mean, if someone stands on the roof of their car, even if there's a gate in front of your house and just shoots with like a long rifle.
No, you're right. You're right.
You're not safe anywhere. You could be in a panic room that only locks from the inside and you'll still find a way to die. Like you're just not safe. Yeah. So eat the cake. Eat the cake, Rihanna. But send the album out before you eat the cake. Please.
No, please. God. Dear God.
I'm hoping that she gets in her head, life is too short. I got to get the album out.
I need to get the music out. No, she's never putting the album out. Like, even though she's doing this, she's never doing it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Oh, God. I just don't believe it.
All right. Well, the Oscars are just in a few days, and Timothée Chalamet is the enemy of the free world at this point because he has given an interview
where a fumble.
He's just like, I don't want to do opera. I don't want to do ballet. Why do an art form that everyone wants to go away or no one cares about anymore? Well, the opera and ballet communities have responded with the gayest, most delicious shade. They've all released statements, many without even mentioning Timothée Chalamet's name, but all these opera and ballet companies across the world are issuing discounted tickets with the code Timothy. And
what?
There's several opera companies in our country.
That's incredible.
So, as often happens in situations like this, by being a complete douchebag, he has drawn attention to an art form that does get ignored, but one that people want to go away. Timothy, Timothy of the edited art forms Chalamet. Let me tell you something about performing live. You obviously can't, so shut your mouth.
Slam.
I mean, of all the people, and to consider yourself an artist and the High School of the Performing Arts and all this bullshit, and say something like that, go fuck yourself, dum-dum. I'm like a fan of his.
No,
and I know he's
no.
talented.
But Dominic, here's what I'm a fan of. You knowing this was going to happen because you have been calling this. You've said, and to quote you, you're like, he's reaching for the Oscar and has one foot on a carpet made of banana peels. Like you said, he needs to get it immediately because it's about to be over. It's about to be lights out for him. And this was it.
And why is he in this position? Because he contracted the CLAP, KLAP, Kardashian life-altering parasite. And every person that comes into contact with this family, it suffers the same fate. And look, I've heard, by the way, that the Kardashians are lovely people. I know many people who have worked with them, dozens. In fact, no one says a bad word about them, but they're cursed. Period. That's it.
How
They're
long
cursed.
have you had the CLAP ready to go is my question.
It's been there for a minute.
I'm going to kill you. You delivered that as if it was, I am going, speaking of shooting, I'm
because I recorded separate content with the CLAP in it. So I already had the whole speech. I'm dividing them between the broadcast and the other content. But he's a menace now. He's just, he is the good graces of Timothée Chalamet, the golden child moment of his. It's over.
This gets him on the list. Sorry to say, this gets him on the list for fixing.
He might be.
Like it might be on the list.
Fixing for sure. I think we should fix him.
Let's give it a minute.
Let's see if he wins.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. But if he loses, it puts him on the list.
Also, a programming note: the Oscars are on Sunday, so make sure you tune in for our Oscar.
Fucking shit together. I need to watch my movies.
What do we call the Oscar episode? The Eleganza, the extra.
No,
we have a different name.
The Oscar Spectacular.
It's just spectacular.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I mean, not that
it matters.
But yeah, so many races are so wide open. I'm so excited to watch.
Me too.
Because you just never know.
We are 2/3 of the way through Hamnet. Dominic, you did not tell me how good. Like that Jessie Buckley. Oh my God.
Mm.
Also, what a dark and sad movie. I was
God, that's why.
I know. I was like, I don't know why I thought it was going to be funny. I don't know what I thought it was. I did not know what it was about. I knew it had something to do with William Shakespeare, kind of. But I was like, okay, this will be cool. And then we were watching this movie. I was like, this is the darkest thing I've ever watched in my life.
I was an hour into it, and I was like, when you're like, wow, this is really good. And also, I will never watch this film again.
Yes.
Like, I will never.
You don't need. No, you can't. You can't put yourself through it.
No, it's such a dark cloud.
In a good way, in a way that like it's so emotional. I mean, if she doesn't win, I won't.
She's uncontested at this point. I think the other nominees aren't even showing up.
They're hanging their hat.
Jessie Buckley's going to win.
Oh my, what a performance. Oh my. And for someone that we don't know, like I don't know her like that. Like I don't know her that well. Like this is not a name that we know, like hardcore. Like wow.
At the Actor Awards 2 weeks ago, Meg Stalter and Paul Downs, who are on Hacks, you know them and love them.
Sure.
Meg is also the headliner of the Netflix show Too Much. They did a bit at the Actor Awards where they were coming out to present, but Meg was pretending that they were receiving an award and accepting it on behalf of the cast of Hamnet because they were in Hamnet. And Paul Downs revealed to her, if you haven't seen this, please Google it or go to the Actor Awards Insta page. It's hilarious. Paul revealed to Meg that they were cut from the final version of the movie, and she just starts throwing a fit because they were the comic relief in Hamnet. And they're looking out to the audience, and everyone is cracking up except Chloe Zhao, the director of Hamnet. She was either not getting the joke or felt like it was disrespectful. And I looked at Chloe Zhao's face while they were doing what ended up being the funniest bit of the night for me. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, that had to be the most depressing 4 months ever to work on that fucking set. I know. Between the film and her face, I was like, whoo-wee. No thanks.
I know. I love her. I'm such a fan of hers.
Chloe Zhao?
Yeah, I really do. I like her. I like all her movies. No, Nomadland was so good. Like, I know you probably hated it. Oh, loved it. But I like movies like that. You know me.
I do. The movie's got to hit me the right way, and Nomadland just didn't. I felt like one. I felt like I was wandering aimlessly.
Yeah, sure. But no, I know, but that's what I liked about it. That's the problem. It's that I was like, this is just a movie about a person, and it has no purpose or reason, and it was fun. But I get why people would be like, what? Why did I just watch this? Anywho,
I was thinking this morning while I was getting ready for this that something that I have sunset in my life is running to the internet, or dare I even say the newspaper, to find out what the number one movies in the country are. Like, that was, as a pop culture kid, that was always like my first Monday morning activity, was like up until maybe a couple of years ago, was like
really
finding out what the number one movies were in the country. And now I just don't. I get that information, but it just comes to me in a different way. And the competitive nature of it anymore it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know.
No,
It doesn't
yeah.
feel like if we did this podcast 10 years ago, I would probably open everyone with
It'd be
here
like
are the
movie
number
phone.
one movies.
Yeah,
in it.
like
movie phone.
Yeah. You know what
And
I mean?
it's
Right?
so
Like,
weird. But I did
Yeah.
look it up this week, and the number one movie. I also, by the way, now, and we run an entertainment podcast. I very often don't know 3 of the 5 films that are the top 5. Like, I've not heard of them, and I'm on the internet all day long. And the number one movie is something called Hoppers. And it's a Pixar movie about a girl who has her brain transplanted into a robotic beaver. And she starts speaking with the animal kingdom. I watched the trailer this morning. It looks so adorable. Have you seen it?
No, but I saw the trailer. People said that it's like funny,
so
but
cute.
They said for a Pixar movie, there's like no message, which usually, there's like the biggest critique is like there's no message, which like normally in a Pixar movie, there's like a message for children. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there's no like anti-AI message in the movie? Because
I have no idea.
The trailer makes it seem
so.
like that's where it's going.
I don't know. Again, I have not watched, only seeing that as a review that someone wrote. So I don't know. I haven't seen it. But again, that movie Elio that everyone like, apparently it like flopped really bad.
Either.
It was, we watched it the other night and I like, it was so cute.
Was it?
Like, yeah, I thought it was great.
The only movie I have left to watch, by the way, is K-pop Demon Hunters. It's
still haven't watched it?
I still haven't seen it. But I don't know if I told you this week. Like I go to the gym and I'll pick one song and I'll listen to it over and over. I might have put this in the chat. I listened to Golden for an hour and 45 minutes at the gym the other day on repeat.
How did you feel?
Korean at the end of it. There are some Korean lines in there that I now speak. I won't do it here.
I truly know some of the Korean in the song.
I looked it up because I can't not sing along to it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why can't I understand what she's saying? And I hit the lyric button on my phone. I'm like, and it literally Korean pops up. I was like, no wonder I don't understand what she's saying. I literally don't know it.
Yeah. Dominic, you're going to listen, put it on in the back. Like, I love the movie.
I can't, I got to pay attention. You love it too much. I have to pay attention to it.
But I'm telling you, you don't. 5 minutes into the movie, you're going to know every single thing that happens in the movie. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, this isn't like the twist of the century. Okay. You know what I mean? Like guess what happens? The arc of every animated movie ever happens in this movie. We're not reinventing the wheel. So like you can pay attention, but be doing something else and but I promise you're going to be fine. Don't let that be a barrier. Watch it before Sunday. Because they're going to get a lot of love. They're going to get a lot of love.
I know.
If they don't win Best Original Song, we ride it.
They're so tipped. Okay? It's right up there with the Jessie Buckley Oscar as like these are the only no misses of the year is Jessie Buckley and Golden winning Best Song from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Dominic,
is it Demon Slayers or Demon Hunters?
Demon Hunters.
Got it.
Demon Slayer is 100% what your parents watched in the movie theater.
Something like that. My mother did remark it was very gory. She was like, it was so unnecessarily gory. My dad was like, I don't want to be that guy, but I understand why this generation is a little wacky. Like if this is what they're growing up watching. I'm like, Dad, you put me in front of the TV and watch Dynasty. So there is something to that. Because you can only be a faggot after watching a show like that every
after watching women slap each other into a pool
right.
like so many times.
That's my whole life.
That's what this podcast is us doing that to each other for
basically
an hour and 35 minutes every week.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if accidentally my dad all of a sudden became like this huge anime fan? He'll call me
like, I loved
week.
It.
He's like, Dom, I'm in Central Park. I'm doing a scavenger hunt. I'm looking for this fucking Pikachu. You want to have lunch? That's what I want to happen. That's the end of the story for me.
Your dad is like making your mom dress up as Sailor Moon for Halloween. She's like,
all right. You know who's not laughing today, Christopher? Daryl, Louise, Hannah. Absolutely, thoroughly unamused by the John and Carolyn Bessette non-documentary Ryan Murphy's love story. I have not seen this yet. I have been urged to watch it by numerous people who I respect and wouldn't expect to love this are loving love story, with the caveat that they know it's literally the textbook definition of dramatic license. Like, I don't believe they spoke with anybody.
Not one person.
No.
No.
But Daryl Hannah apparently comes off looking like a cocaine-obsessed, clingy, whiny monster. And she is furious. And people are asking me / us as though we are the experts in this area. And I understand why. You'd think we'd be more of an expert than a layperson. How Ryan Murphy is able to do this. Like, just take someone's likeness and make up shit that they've done, because Daryl Hannah is depicted in this miniseries as throwing cocaine parties, and she had to release a statement, and she said, I've never done cocaine in my life, not one time. This is a bad thing to like.
No, it's really
I don't know.
bad.
It's not like you're accusing her of murdering someone, but it's fucking weird, man. It's weird.
Yeah, that is the thing. Because when you were saying, before you got to her throwing a cocaine party, I'm like, well, in theory, they both were public figures. This was a public news story. The minute it turns into a huge news story, that then becomes a thing of like, you can do what you want because you can't expect privacy because it is in the news. But like, for her to be the cocaine party of it all is where you get
that's not in the news.
That's just like and in my opinion, she could be like suing him for defamation. No,
sure,
because it's like, you have no idea if this is true, and you're saying this, and I'm alive, and I like am walking the earth, and like I could like in theory not get a role because or I could not get like a business.
Sure. No, he's made her look like a clown. Apparently, the entire character of Daryl Hannah is clownish. And the biggest shame of this is that Daryl Hannah is the exact type of actor who Ryan Murphy champions. Like, pulls these women out of mothballs who are talented and have been sort of cast aside because they're of a certain age, and gives them work. I mean, you run out of fingers counting how many people he's done this with. She's an absolutely perfect candidate for that. And 100%. Now, whatever. And like, if we were fixing Daryl Hannah, as much as we have issues with Ryan Murphy, my fix would be that she end up on a Ryan Murphy show. Because
like on American Horror Story, the new season of American Horror Story, and like be a guest star that we don't know anything about, and she just pops up. You go to Mike 100%.
White. You go to a gay man of a certain age to rescue the unsung actresses of a certain age. It's Mike White, it's Ryan Murphy, and now you've ruined that, Ryan Murphy.
I was going to say, I bet you that she goes on. I bet you Mike White already called her. He's like, I'm back from Survivor. He's like, he's like, I'm back from Survivor already. Like, what's up? And then she's like, hi. You know what I mean? And then she's going to give like a star turn. And then in the press, she's going to destroy Ryan Murphy, which I think would be fun.
They can both handle it. All she'll get out of it is gigs, and all he'll get out of it is like an eye roll. Maybe we'll see him in P-Town this summer and confront him directly on behalf of Daryl.
I hope not.
Rachel Zoe in the news several times this week. How happy is she? Although for the first one, not too much. Apparently her home was burglarized.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, Dominic, I hate hearing that. Oh, no. Is she okay?
She's fine. Quoting directly from TMZ, Rachel Zoe's glam weekend in Vegas took a dark turn because TMZ learned her house was broken into. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star's property was burglarized Sunday morning while she was in Vegas. Patrol units responded and spotted 2 male suspects. We're told one of those suspects is in custody. It is still unclear what, if anything, was taken.
I really don't want all of her archival pieces that she keeps showing us on Beverly Hills to be gone.
That's the concern, because she's got like $1 million Halstons in her archive there. Yeah. Like, say what you want about her, but she is a curator first and foremost.
No, and I love seeing those. Yeah. Like when she pulls out those things and she's like, this is vintage Gucci. It like makes me want to like, I'm like dying. I love it. Like, it's so good to see her. And she's oh God, she's so good on Beverly Hills. What a good addition. Can I just say that?
In this, not 10 minutes, and I totally agree with you. And not 10 minutes later or before, I don't know, these stories sort of came out at once. But Rachel did an interview with Interview Magazine, and she shaded her former assistants in the magazine. And during this interview, which came out late last week, she called her experience with some bad apples as assistants, quote unquote, triggering. And she said, and I quote, I had the best in the world who were like family, but it also goes the other way. It's the hardest job to fill always. To which Brad Goreski responded, why? We're triggered too, and tagged 4 other assistants who all thumbs up the status. As in like, sure, bitch, the relationships were contentious, but guess what? It was never us. It was it was always you.
Yowza, as they say.
And Brad Goreski, who I don't know what he'll want for nothing forever, but I do know that he is not a judge on the upcoming season of Canada's Drag Race, because they're going to have the first, I don't know if we talked about this here, they're going to have the first all drag panel in the history of the Drag Race.
Oh, I like that. That's fun.
Finally, is what many people are saying. It's going to be Brooklyn Heights as usual, Jimbo, and then I think Priyanka, who won season 1 of Canada's Drag Race.
Fun.
an all
No, I
drag
like that.
panel, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah. I know. How have they not done that before?
I don't know.
They're multiplying right before you know what I mean? It's like you make 10 stars every freaking time you do a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how have you not
think they
done this
didn't
before?
want it to seem too othery to people who weren't gay or drag friendly. Like, I think maybe they wanted to see someone like more like me there, like having a good time. But now they're
also
just
too,
like, fuck it.
They also want like Ariana Grande and like, you know what I mean? They want like
Totally.
A-list celebrity, like Cardi B to like be people that.
It's been almost 20 years. This is season 18 of the flagship
Yeah.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Like that's pretty fucking impressive. Like
it's the little engine that
pretty
could.
amazing and still does. Speaking of the little engine that could, let's talk about Brooklyn Beckham. Still out here, still trying to ignore his parents, but he celebrated a birthday this week. And of course, his mother, the Lady Victoria, goes online and says, and does a public post, "Happy birthday, Brooklyn. We love you forever." God. And I understand that Brooklyn is, of course,
that's good
pissed.
though. I mean, of course he is, but like at least there's, I don't know.
Look, is Posh stunting? Yes. Could she have sent him a text instead of posting something in public? I suppose, but this is a family that doesn't know how to do that.
No. God, no. They don't have each other's phone numbers. They don't know what that is.
They only know how to communicate publicly, which I would think is
Dominic loves.
The dynamic.
Which you love. Yeah, which you love.
I'm obsessed. I mean, if I only spoke with my parents on Instagram, it's not a relationship. Like you got to speak privately.
Your dad telling you all this stuff about the movie theater and your mom talking about how she didn't watch it, like on an Instagram story, that's fun.
That, sure.
See, do you know what I'm saying?
Sure. But we're also speaking in real life. So him saying that. By the way, Nicola Peltz. Now, I have not watched this FX miniseries, The Beauty, this substance ripoff that
not planning
Ryan
to.
Murphy, I think, is also associated with. Anyway, Nicola Peltz apparently appeared on the finale. And I was bombarded with articles about Nicola Peltz talks about how she pulled off getting in the finale. I'm like, what do you mean, how did she pull it off? She's a celebrity. She probably just called Ryan Murphy and said, "Can I be on the show?"
100%. And she was like,
"Guess
guess what's about to happen? Like, want to cast me? You know what I mean? Yeah, 100%.
I'm free Tuesday. Want to put me in there? Sure."
Yeah, and Ryan Murphy was like, "Got it." Yeah, he was like,
"What did he? He didn't like go through the graduating class of 2026 at Juilliard and say, 'Where's my Helen Mirren?'" You know what I mean? Nicola Peltz was like, "Hi, I'm available." He said, "Come on down."
That's the thing.
We're doing a ripoff of The Substance, and you're really thin. Let's do it.
She's kind of a loser. No, you know what I mean?
Now, you know what? Nicola Peltz, that's someone who should be dating Timothée Chalamet.
That's a match made in heaven to me.
Yeah, that's a good couple. All right, before we head into the a la carte, and by the way, on the a la carte today, we're going to be talking about things like Gaga's wedding is coming up. Dionne Warwick has announced her final album, which will be an album of duets, and you'll want to hear who's on that.
Okay, love that.
Kanye has booked himself at the SoFi Center in Los Angeles. He's making a comeback, reminding us every 5 seconds how much he loves Jewish people. We get it. Enough. And George Clooney and Randy Gerber, that's Cindy Crawford's husband, are coming out with a non-alcoholic beer that I'll never drink, but we'll tell you.
Brother.
We'll tell you all about it.
Doesn't he have enough money?
I don't know. By the way, before I forget about this, because I wanted to say this on Maine, I feel like 67, and I know 67 is like an evil, cringy number. Something came out this week that was like 67 is officially the cringiest phrase of the 21st century. And there are many schools who are banning saying it. No one in my life says it.
No.
Mostly because I'm not around children or idiots for most of the day. So for those of you that have to endure this, you do have my sympathy. 67 seems to be like a very good age. I say this because Michelle Pfeiffer blew the internet up this week in stills and a trailer and clips from the new Taylor Sheridan show that she's in. She's headlining it. She is 67 and looks truly looks 47 years old. Like it is. Yeah. I know she's got access to things that many people don't have, but what everyone has access to is making the right choices about what to do.
Sure.
Which is why when someone like Michelle Pfeiffer enters your world and says, "I'm 67, you need to pull out your pen and take notes for what she's done because she's done it the right way." And yes, we are this shallow. There's one other 67-year-old I want to shout out, who I have shouted out on this broadcast before, and that is Good Day New York local anchor, Rosanna Scotto.
My queen.
She is
queen.
She is a queen of queens, also 67 years old. This weekend, there was a star-studded wedding. Her son got married this weekend in New York City. If I'm the person marrying Rosanna Scotto's son, I am selfishly going to say, I will not appear in any photos with your mother, period. I simply won't, because I look like her mother. I don't want to say body be banging about a 67-year-old woman.
and yet.
And yet, if someone told me that Rosanna Scotto was a 45-year-old human being, I'd just shrug and be like, of course she is. Well, look at her. And a beautiful one. Unbelievable. The Scottos own like half the restaurants in New York. They are like a prominent New York family. And Rosanna Scotto is a legendary anchor in New York. If you don't know who she is, look
Legend.
Queen of the American Italians is who Rosanna Scotto is.
Speaking of, can I tell you a story about Rosanna Scotto?
Please, I'll take any tales about Rosanna.
She was a judge for a couple times on Beat Bobby Flay. This is years and years ago now. And we were filming it. We were filming an episode. Obviously, we would book her for like Italian whenever we knew that the signature dishes were going to be like Italian. You know what I mean? And so she could talk about like pasta. And again, like as a restaurateur herself, she could like give her, opinions about pasta and Italian dishes.
Sure.
And one time we go down the line and it's like, okay, like everyone, we've tried the dishes. Now everyone give their feedback of like what they like about them. And it got to her and she put her hands up like this and she went, as an Italian American, I love fennel. And we screamed bloody murder. I'm surprised that they didn't hear us on the stage. We were in the control room. We were screaming bloody murder, laughing so hard because it was just out of left field and out of nowhere. And the way she delivered it, we were in tears laughing so hard. And so
I love her
to this
so
day,
much.
there will be times where we'll be we'll be filming that show or we'll be doing stuff with that company. And I'll just go, as an Italian American, I love fennel. And we will be like on the floor, like legend.
She is a legend. She is truly
that would be
legend.
if we could get on her show, like if we would be sitting on that couch with her, that's a pinch me moment.
Or we should get her here too. Like I bet she would
do you
be.
Think she would do it? She would.
And Rosanna Scotto, this is how cool she is. If you don't know who she is, Rosanna Scotto is whenever Wendy Williams is calling the world like from captivity and gives an update, Rosanna is the anchor you see in the viral clips where she's just sitting at the anchor desk speaking to Wendy on speakerphone on her pink enshrouded cell phone on live television. That's Rosanna Scotto.
Basically,
if you're a celebrity in a padded room and you need to make a statement, you call Rosanna Scotto. She'll put you on the air. She doesn't even ask for permission.
Legend. No, she doesn't care. No, she's like, we're good. Like legend.
All right, a couple of more things before we go. I'm going to ask you this question, and I can't believe 1987 Dominick can't believe he's asking this question of Chris DeRosa and the general public.
Here we go.
Is Oprah Winfrey too thin?
Dominick.
Christopher?
Dominick.
What is going on?
I mean, I know.
What is going on at Harpo?
I know what's going on.
What is going on? What is going on in Montecito?
P.S. How dare, as someone who for Halloween dressed up as Oprah with the wagon of fat, how dare you?
Yeah, because the bitch is thinner than me now for the first time in recorded history, and I'm not having it. I don't understand. I shouldn't be calling Oprah a bitch. I apologize. I'm gay, and sometimes we forget ourselves. I think she's in Europe. She's there with Gail. Whatever it was. By the way, her and Gail, I mean, you've never met women who love bell bottoms as much as Oprah Winfrey and Gail King.
I know, but they look good in them. I'm sorry to say.
They do.
Yeah, no, they love a bell bottom.
But
like
I first looked at the bell bottoms, and then I looked up. She is.
Oh, that's the most famous person in America.
Oprah is now skinny. I mean, that's without. I don't know if that's even a pejorative term or anything anymore. I mean, she doesn't look like Kelly Osbourne, but she's only about 10 to 15 pounds more. I mean, she's a skinny person and good. Like her battle with weight has been for decades.
So public.
Like, obviously.
It's all of our business because she's talked about it for her whole life on TV.
And now we're at the point where, I mean, I know she's 70 or in her 70s and she is thin. The only thing is it looked like she was having trouble walking. So the internet is, of course, eat a cheeseburger is sort of like the go-to.
Yeah, horrible. They're like, this bird-boned bitch. Yeah, of course. I'm probably right. Like.
And Gail's there behind her. I mean, everyone's going gaga for Oprah. She does look a little too thin to me. None of my business. It never is. This is a whole podcast about things that are none of our business. But
however, it was shocking
to see her like that.
Of every person in America, she's someone who has put her weight struggles on the front page of every single thing that she's ever done. To be fair.
Gail is behind her. By the way, speaking of the best friend, Gail has inked a new deal with CBS. We erroneously, along with the rest of the world, reported in the fall that Gail and CBS were done.
No,
Not
she's good
so.
to go.
And Gail,
Yeah.
I believe, even like looked at several cameras and said, "Told you so." It's like, I told you the
she's
people
like,
in that building, we're not telling you what TMZ was telling you. I'm here. I'm here to stay. No one gets rid of Gail King. Nobody. Not when Gail King is friends with Jeffrey Bezos, goes into space for him, and also high fives Jeffrey Waters in first class when I'm going back and forth between gigs. I'm sorry, Gail. You've kissed too many rings. You've kissed too many rings now. It's not.
It's rough.
Your whole camp is just not the same to me anymore.
No, it's
love
rough.
You. Love Gail, especially Gail, actually. I mean, I dig. Sit Down Robert will always be one of my favorite moments when she's interviewing R. Kelly.
Ray of Light came on shuffle and I literally, all I could think of while it was playing was the meme of Oprah when she's dancing to it on the Oprah show and she's going like, it was like the funniest thing. And I was like dying laughing, like just like by myself alone because I was just thinking of her dancing to that. We really don't have it like that anymore. We really don't.
No. No, it's different. TV's that show going off the air changed a lot more.
It changed
than
everything.
I think people think, because it was truly like,
we could do like 75 bonus episodes of just us recalling episodes of Oprah that we remember like it was yesterday.
Remember the 20th? Did you watch the 20th anniversary DVDs? My two besties and I
have it on DVD. I have it on my shelf.
When it came out, we just sat there and didn't get up. We watched the whole thing from beginning to end. It took days.
There's so many things of it that I still to this day remember watching live with my mom. Tom Cruise jumping on the couch. Like watched it live with my mom and I
you
like
spoke about this often,
in stunned disbelief, like with our mouths agape, like being like, what is this lunatic doing? When Barbara Streisand painted her mic, when, you know what I mean? The one, like so many of them. Like when Celine Dion, remember it was back in the day, Charisse now is a different name. And like Celine Dion surprised like this little performer and then took her on tour with her. That was a great one. And David Foster was there. When that Powder Puff football team hazed the juniors and they were like throwing stuff down there, they would throw paint on them. Do you remember that episode?
I don't remember that.
Like it was yesterday. I remember it.
I do know that one of the greatest SNL sketches of all time is Maya Rudolph doing Oprah Winfrey as it's my birthday and these are my birthday favorite things.
Yes.
I watch it weekly. I have it bookmarked on my computer so I can watch it.
Oprah's favorite thing, when you found out it was an Oprah's favorite things episode, it was like Black Friday. Like you were like it was like apoplectic. P.S. You know what came when I was trying to go to sleep last night? You know what came up on my YouTube algorithm?
What?
Lisa from Temecula.
No, that's something else I watched weekly.
I watched the whole thing and was fucking I forgot how funny it was.
Do you know what the best thing about that is first of all, it's so funny that you're bringing this up because my best friend and I were talking this weekend about SNL is okay. I miss Ego and
so
Heidi
much.
Gardner on that show so much.
Yes.
Particularly Ego. Not as much Bowen, who I love and is talented and all that, but like Ego's presence on that program, I think they underestimated. I think they made a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Because if you watch that sketch, Lisa from Temecula, every single person in that sketch breaks except for Ego. Yes. She never, she's just
when the waiter comes over,
amazing.
When the waiter comes over and is like, "Oh, is everything doing okay? We're getting some complaints," and she turns to him and goes, "Why? Because we're black." Bowen just starts pissing himself. And then when she goes, "Cook my meat," like I was
cook my meat.
I forgot she said that. I was dying laughing. Oh, God. Anyway. Okay.
Two quick things before we go. I mean, we're always running on, but there's so much going on this week. A headline I'm actually happy to say, Sarah Ferguson's homeless. Enjoy it.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Enjoy it. I am happy to step over you to get to the one train if necessary. Goodbye. Couch surfing in New York City, reportedly, because she's got nowhere to go.
That's the thing. You think these people have money, they don't. Like you think like all the money exists, but they don't have access to it. That's the thing. A lot of these royals or these people that have trust fund, like those kind of people, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't, you think they like have a credit card that they can just swipe and like all their problems go away. That's not true.
Not anymore. Not anymore, lady.
Yeah. Fuck her, bitch. Anyway.
And there are certain like Eugenie and Beatrice are getting like banned from certain places now, which is really unfortunate. Because,
no, that sucks. But also, yeah,
it's whatever. I would like to plug something that a friend of mine has done. My friend Matthew Petrovich, and you can look up his book online. He's come up with a new children's book called Luna So Small, and Matt is an artist. He does pet portraits. He's been doing them for years, and they are amazing. So look him up on Amazon, look him up on my Insta or my Facebook, and the book just came out. It's called Luna So Small. It's about a curious puppy with big dreams of exploring the moon and beyond, ages 2 through 6. Please buy the book. He's a great guy, and the book, it looks absolutely fucking adorable.
Okay, love that.
And support gay businesses. Thank you.
Yes. And support children's literature also.
Yes, please, please.
So many books. I think of so many books that I read like all the time when I was a kid. And I'm like, we don't have, like, do those exist now? And they do. I feel like they do. But I just don't know because I don't have children.
Last thing that I'll say before we get to some vital messages. And who are we fixing today?
Ashley Tisdale, baby.
Oh, baby, Toxic
Our
Mom
girl.
Crew. We waited for this one. The greatest news story of the week to me, there was a show in the aughts called The Swan. The Swan is getting a documentary treatment. Now, we have, over the past couple of years, there's been documentary after documentary about how utterly savage reality television was in the aughts. I mean, the talk shows, America's Next Top Model, and finally, what I consider to be the queen mother of all of them.
This is your everything. This is your Wicked. The Swan
is where it is so preposterous. At the time when The Swan was out, which is in the aughts, I would talk about this show on stage. I would have weekly viewing parties at my house before people were doing viewing parties of this size. I just didn't have anywhere to scream about it, like a Substack or anything. This show was, these women were sequestered for months. They had a psychologist, a nutritionist, a fitness coach, and most importantly, a plastic surgeon at their disposal. They were not allowed to look at themselves for months at a time. And then they would do all this work and reveal themselves to themselves in front of a giant full-length mirror. And it was uncomfortable and psychotic and absolutely, I mean, probably illegal, certainly unethical.
Sure.
But a miracle that this was on television. And I am throwing myself out. The person putting this documentary together, named Erin Lee Carr, I have emailed her today. I am making a public plea. Please make me a talking head in this documentary. I know more about it than anyone who's ever watched it. It was a huge part of my life. And I'm ready to offer my opinions publicly in this documentary. Thank you. You can reach me.
Oh my God! Wait! We need to do this.
Page.
I'm throwing my hat.
We'll try to make
it
for
happen. You as well. No, I need to. I'm going to be making some calls because you need to do this.
To the multiple people, by the way, who since my birthday last month have made a concerted effort to get in touch with Joey Lawrence's management to have him give me a birthday wish. I thank you. One person more than the others. I thank you all very much. We did make contact with Joey Lawrence's management team. And, you know, the line we were given was that he doesn't have time for this right now. We have some projects going on. What that probably means was that they listened to an episode of this podcast and said, absolutely not.
Which I must say, fair.
I wouldn't. If I'm running Joey Lawrence's career, I'm like, you're not going on that podcast. They talk shit about people. Except for the ones they want to
guess what he doesn't need to be like auditorily assaulted by you whenever he comes on the screen.
On the off chance it ever happens, and this is not a joke, I have a sticky on my computer. If I'm ever surprised with or he joins a chat, I am always ready to make sure the 8 or 9 points that I need to get out to him are ready there. So I have bulleted them. Joseph Lawrence Mignonia III. This is my direct plea.
Goodbye.
Public or private, call me anytime. I just want to say these 8 things to you. Maybe send a whole pic and then be over with it.
Not a whole pic. Goodbye. Okay,
we
have to go.
What a horrible way to end. But you know what? Whole pic. That is this podcast. Whole pic.
Oh, God.
Love y'all. We'll be back after these vital messages to fix Ashley Tisdale.
Well, listeners, Dominic, you know and love him from his podcast, Too Pop to Handle. It's Andrew Nucatola. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Currently, your boyfriend and my boyfriend are on a plane together. And so I think that it actually is very appropriate that you and I are on a podcast together while that goes on. Do you agree
It just
with this?
makes sense. Yeah. They're relaxing by sitting on a beach and we're relaxing by bitching into a microphone in our living room. And it's just, they're parallels, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
And Dominic, you could co-sign that that is the different relaxing things that me and Hassan do, don't you think?
I was just thinking which of my boyfriends I should reference here, but I think I should remain quiet at this time. I'll slot myself in this is a dig at my being quote unquote single from you two hags.
Sure.
Fine.
Sure.
I'll take it.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. Make it about yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's Valentine's Day week. You can have it. It's fine.
Oh my God. Andrew, tell us a little bit about your podcast.
Yeah, it's called Too Pop to Handle, like you said, and it is all the pop culture moments from the week that were just too pop to handle. So basically, what you guys do with the Pre-Fixe is my show. I cover all the stuff going on each week. So I do new music releases segment. I do just like pop culture news and what's going on, this person doing this and releasing that and, that whole jazz. And then I do like TV recaps and, just whatever I'm watching, kind of go through whatever the episode was that week. So just an hour to an hour and a half of all pop culture.
That sounds much more sophisticated than what we do in the Pre-Fixe, I will say. That sounds very organized.
If I'm not, I will just sit and ramble, which I do anyway. Like I do just ramble anyway. But if I don't have some sort of structure to it, it will just be turning on a mic and talking to.
I feel that it'll be fixing.
What's nice with you guys is that you guys volley from each other, where I do it solo. That's the thing. So if
I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it.
It has its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Definitely something I'm like working towards changing, whatever.
Sure.
In like a short sense of the word. But
Got it.
if I don't do it, since it is just me, like there's no one to wrangle me in,
Yeah, true.
Right.
So I gotta keep a little structure, but I love what you guys do. It's so fun.
Speaking of being wrangled in,
okay,
I think we now turn to our, right? That's okay, right?
I like it. I like it. It was a wide left, but we're here.
It was a wide load is what it was. I think it's time to talk about Ms.
Ashley Tisdale. We are at the moment of our broadcast, Andrew, where we play the middle name game, which is where we ask our guest, you, and our co-host, Christopher, to guess the middle name of the person we're fixing. Before I give some information, do either of you already know Ashley Tisdale's middle name?
I do not.
I don't, but she goes also by Ashley French. Like when you Google Ashley Tisdale, she does come up as Ashley French. So I do wonder if she has moved Tisdale to her middle name, like some people do.
Wonder no more. Point. I have for you on offer that her name is Ashley, middle name Tisdale -French. So
okay, got it.
There will be no family name foolery. You know what I do love about Ashley Tisdale's name in general is if you are a very immature person, it rhymes with so much, like Trashly Jizdale or Ashley
a drag name,
it's
if you will.
It's a pretty insane name. Like it's a really good base for a lot of shenanigans. I love a name like that.
Trashly Jizdale.
I did.
Welcome to the stage. Next, we'll see them at Pieces next week doing a show.
No, actually, no.
These are the things that go through your mind at the age of 74. This is what I do all day. I look at Ashley Tisdale's name and I come up with shit. All right. So Ashley Tisdale was born July 2nd, 1985. She is 40 years of age. That makes her, is she a Cancer or no? She's before Cancer.
Yeah. Yes, she is Cancer.
She is a Cancer. Okay.
Yep.
She was born in Monmouth County, New Jersey.
New Jersey. Wow.
Birthplace
Jersey
always
girl.
Jersey
very
strong.
important with the middle name.
Jersey strong. Okay. Monmouth County is
Give it. You know there's a microphone in front of you, right?
Yes, I do. I love to whisper. I love to do the talk on the side of my mouth.
I need the listeners to see a visual on it as well, because it is very Inspector Gadget as well.
I know it is. Anyway.
You should know that Ashley and Tisdale are her biological birth certificated to first and last names. What is Ashley Tisdale French's middle name? And I will, on the Dominick Pupa scale of gettability, I'm going to say an 8.
Of 8, 10 is gettable?
Out of 10. 10
like
very
10
gettable.
10 is Marie. Okay.
Yeah, 10 is like, I think you guys can get it. 8 is pretty close. 1 is like, it's a family name that's in a language I can't even pronounce.
Right.
But 8
which we've had.
given her age and where she's from, this is a gettable moment.
So given, like you said, the age, where she's from, I feel like, and I say this with all due respect, I do feel like it's something a little basic and, not too crazy, like you said, especially with the 8. So I'm feeling like an Ashley Ann Tisdale, an Ashley
beautiful.
Marie Tisdale. I'm feeling very like, we're not going crazy with this. This is like a typical Monmouth County, New Jersey girl. I'm saying like Ashley Ann, Ashley Marie. Because you got to think like her mother calling her for dinner. You know, it was like Ashley Marie,
100%.
Ashley Ann.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
where I'm going.
That's great. So what's your final answer here? Are you going with Anne?
You have to pick one.
One. Okay, I'll go Ashley Ann because I feel like Marie is the obvious for everything. And you even said that's like a 10. So I'm going to go Ashley Ann.
Okay.
I think it's Ashley Rose Tisdale, which would make her initials Art.
I mean,
which Dominic loves. Dominic loves a what is that called? He loves the people's monogram and an acronym.
I am a whore for acronym. Like
he loves an acronym.
That.
It does make it more fun, and I do envy people who have that because mine's AGN, so I'm like Agin. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like
to honor Dominic, I'm going to say it's Rose so that her initials can be Art.
I love that. You are both incorrect, and Ashley Tisdale French's middle name is Michelle. Ashley Michelle Tisdale. I thought for sure Andrew was going there. For a second, I thought we were heading down that road, but
it's like in that like, you know, ether. You know, it could be, but didn't get it.
So wait, that means her. See, terrible. So that means her acronym was the abbreviation for the word amount, which is not. No, that's
not fun.
Yeah,
no.
Takes the star power out of it.
It's not art, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, exactly.
It's not art.
Where do we begin?
Well, we know Andrew, you saw, Andrew, were you given a list of people, potential fixies, and you chose Ashley?
I did.
Okay. And why did you choose her?
So when I saw her on the list, it was literally, I think it was the day of or day after she published that article with the cut. So she was already top of mind. But prior to that,
which brings us here today. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But prior to that, she had also done a story, like a video she posted. It was like 4 minutes long. And yes, I watched the entire thing saying how she now wants to be Ashley French and not Tisdale, which is fine when you get married the week before. But she had been married for like 12 years at this point. So I was like, girl, what are we doing? Okay. And on top of all of that, I was like a huge Disney Channel kid, and High School Musical was like my shit growing up. Like I was like 11 years old when it came out. So it was like at exact target demo. And like I lived and breathed High School Musical.
I'm glad that you're here because I was like 2 years too old for it. And so I was like too cool and like didn't want to watch it because it was for kids. And I was like 15 probably when it came out. And so I'm glad you're here because this is an area of millennial culture that I have a dark spot in.
Yeah.
So.
And unfortunately, I spent many of hours watching all of the Disney Channel things that she was on because she was kind of like a Disney Channel darling for 100%. A long time.
100%.
But yeah, so there was a lot of just, a lot of different factors into it. And I was very stoked for this. The week that I actually picked her, I did a whole episode on my show of this whole drama and just being like, what is she? Like, what's going
happening?
on with her?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Why?
We'll get there.
Which is, exactly.
PS on her side. Anyway, High School Musical is the thing that makes her like a name, right?
That's her breakthrough.
I mean, she might do things before, but
she was on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody like 6 months prior. The show with the Sprouse brothers, and that was her like intro to Disney. But High School Musical was like the trampoline that shot her into stardom, as all of them were.
Wasn't it? She plays Sharpay is her name.
Sharpay Evans. Yep.
Right.
And she's like a villain. Like she's the B couple with her brother and they're the villains, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Many would argue, and I am one of them, that like she wasn't wrong for being a bitch about what happened, but like that's a whole nother episode to go into.
Yeah, sure.
Because like if somebody came into my turf and stole my lead role in my spring musicale, as they call it, I'd be pissed too, But like for the sake of the movie, I understand why she was the quote unquote villain.
Yeah, sure. I mean, and from High School Musical, I mean, the four of them especially.
Yeah.
And really, not even really the four of them, but the three of them, her, Vanessa Hudgens, and Zac Efron are skyrocketed into a huge amount of fame.
Yeah, like insane, overnight.
And we have fixed both Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens previously, so we don't need to go into like what High School Musical means to the world because
I listened to the Vanessa Hudgens one, and I was like, I listened to that after I picked Ashley, and I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. But again, like people your age were like, I mean, it was the biggest thing in the world.
It was, I mean, t-shirts, notebooks, pens, I had they just ran everybody's pockets dry with this movie, and we were just willing to do it. Like it was the entire world to our entire class. It was like the thing. And then you get 2 more movies. Like it was just like they wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
I was a full-grown adult when High School Musical came out. I have never seen any of them, but I know who everyone is in it, mostly because Perez Hilton introduced me to them back in the day.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even kidding.
No,
He
yeah.
introduced me to the cast, and I have followed their escapades all of these years. I know Zac Efron a little bit better because I've seen movies that he's been in. I mean, namely
Yeah, he
with
kind of
Nicole
broke
Kidman,
into the
obviously.
mainstream
He also
more.
he also still has a career, whereas the other ones
Right,
don't.
Right.
Right.
Right. And I only know Vanessa Hudgens really from Grease. I mean, that's really it. The
Mhm.
only thing I'd ever remember seeing her in.
And obviously
Ashley,
her
of the
hit
three
song.
of them,
Obviously,
her hit song, which one?
Sneaker Night, remember?
I was going to say, is that
Oh,
plural
Jesus
or
Christ,
singular?
I forgot
I-
about that. Yeah, song.
Anywho, wait, go ahead. I interrupted you.
The only thing that I've seen Ashley Tisdale do is make a fool of herself in The Cut. Basically, that's the only that article in The Cut where she talks about toxic moms is the only performing I've seen her do. And I say make a fool of herself because, and I know we're going to get to it soon anyway, but the only thing I will ever remember about Ashley Tisdale for the rest of my life is that she denied that the toxic mom group that she was very well documentedly a part of was not actually the toxic mom group that she was talking about in her essay about this toxic mom group that she was in.
And then was seen with the sister of the head of the mom group for 2 weeks after, suddenly being paparazzi'd. I was like, nobody's following you around. There's no paparazzi looking for Ashley Tisdale these days.
But that's a shady, cunty, that's a great move on her part, being seen
absolutely.
with Haley Duff, which is why waste your time even responding and saying this is not the group you thought it was. Like, just stop doing that.
I don't think we'll get there, but I don't think that she thought this was going to blow up into anything. I thought she wrote something on the internet that she really, and that we'll get there, but I think that she had to do damage control. And then she was like, no, it's not this thing. And then they attacked her. And then she's like, oh, I can be a cunt too. Let's do
I
this.
can do what
is
you
what I
guys are
actually
doing.
think really actually happened.
Totally.
But before we get there, so High School Musical happens. Obviously, they do the tour where they go and sing. I mean, every single thing in the world has, like you said, notebooks, pencils, everything a kid could ever buy has her face on it.
Right.
And she's humongously famous from this.
Mm-hmm.
Does she then go to other Disney Channel stuff? Is she in a bunch of other Disney Channel things? And I know that she then has a line of stuff, and she kind of got her her Kohl's bag, a Lauren Conrad-esque Kohl's bag situation.
Yeah.
But what happens after High School Musical for her?
So like I said, she was in the show with the Sprouse Brothers, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody before, and that ran for 2 or 3 years while High School Musical was also just doing its thing. Before they did the High School Musical tour, she releases her debut album, as did Vanessa Hudgens, and she releases Headstrong, which honestly, it slapped. It was terrible pop music, but it was
sure.
it was fun. It was
for
just
what it was. For what it
we
was.
needed. Yeah. As an 11-year-old closeted gay boy, that was what I needed. In my Walkman on the bus to school. It was
not the Walkman.
great. No, right.
Your CD player.
So she does the album. She has she dyes her hair brunette, and she's this edgy kind of thing. She does another album.
Who is she? Ashley Simpson. Yeah.
Kristen Stewart.
Same 2008, exact same era. So it's I think that was called Guilty Pleasure. Don't quote me on that, but something, she was giving that little sultry edgy, kind of vibe. Yeah, mind you, she's signed to Hollywood Records. So I'm girl, it's you and Hannah Montana on the same label. What are you doing?
No, yeah. No, it's she's the gravy train's pulling up and she's answering the door. Is what's
exactly
that.
Which
I love it.
So then High School Musical 2 comes out. She does that. And then she also gets the gig as the voice of the older sister in Phineas and Ferb, which she sticks with to this day. She is still the voice of Candace in the movies. And they took a break for a while.
I love that.
But now there's a new second coming of Phineas and Ferb, and she does the voice.
No,
she has the mouse ears on. They are glued to her head. She will never leave this ship.
How very Mila Kunis of her to just go well into adulthood voicing a child. I love that.
And there was a break, she took the time to be Ashley Tisdale, French, whoever she wanted to be. But when they did the thing, she was the first one to sign on to be yep, I'm in. She's best friend with the director. So very close knit with the Disney circuit there. There wasn't anything major. She really did kind of stick with that realm of Disney. She did a song for The Little Mermaid, did an anniversary or something, and she did Kiss the Girl, and it was pushed to Disney Channel and Radio Disney their life depended on it. You could not go one commercial break without hearing it, and it was fun, it was upbeat, it was poppy. She was trying to be the pop girl on Disney Channel. didn't go as far as some of them, but she did her thing. She tried.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so sorry, but I'm looking back at her IMDb from before High School Musical. She was in a lot of things. She's in, literally 2 people will know what this is. There's a Hayao Miyazaki movie called Whisper of the Heart that is like a very famous.
Of course.
I'm going to kill you.
I was like,
I'm going to kill you. But like, if you go to the Hayao Miyazaki, like if you go to like Spirited Away and you look at like his earlier films, like Whisper of the Heart is a really famous one. She's a voice in the English version of it.
I did know she did like a few like stage production things in her early career, like local theater and stuff like that. And she had like an agent, which got her into Disney, but I didn't know she was doing voices and stuff like that.
In 1995, when she's like a little girl, she's one of the characters. She's in these MGM sing-alongs. And then she was in an episode of Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, she was working from the
She
womb.
was in, 1997, she's in an episode of Seventh Heaven. She's in a Toys R Us commercial, which at the time in 1999 was huge. She's in an episode of Beverly Hills 90210. She's in an episode
Who is she in that?
I don't know.
She must have been a
Yeah,
top
she must
Like
have
a
been
little
like
kid.
Yeah.
Like a little, like a kid's sister or something. And then she was in Donnie Darko in 2001 as Kim, dorky girl.
Gotta love her. My favorite character.
That's a big movie. And then
No,
she was
fully.
on the Amanda Show on an episode of Charmed. She was a runaway teen.
Look at that.
But like she's working. She was on Malcolm in the Middle, The Hughleys, Grounded for Life, George Lopez, Still Stand. I mean, like before she does High School Musical, she was a working actor.
She was doing, yeah. Which does make sense because like you're not going to get a Disney Channel show like
off
she
the
was
bat,
like
off the dome.
She was a big character in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which then led to a main character in High School Musical. So there had to be some acting chops behind there. So I guess that does make sense to give one of them had to have some type of theatric background.
All right, so Phineas and Ferb, she's getting the bag. Like, right?
Yes.
So she's probably been employed since then and hasn't needed to do anything because truly she's just like showing up and doing a voiceover like once a year and then getting like a fat check. Right.
Totally.
Which I love.
Yeah. It's like a dream gig to do, to just like,
100%.
especially like becoming a mom, like you don't have to be actually on camera.
1
show
billion.
up, drop the kids off, go
billion
to
percent.
sit, talk,
and here's the thing,
leave.
like she's obviously living her best life up until this point. Long marriage, kids, working her more than I do. I'll tell you that. I mean, she's been constantly working since she was like 3 years old. Why write this essay? Like, why do it? Why pull yourself out of pop culture mothballs just to piss off every other white millennial in Hollywood? Why do it?
Here's what happened. She has a personal blog, LOL, what year is it? 2006 when she was getting famous. Like she has a blog that she writes on herself because when I went and read the cut article in its entirety, which PS is like 3 paragraphs long, they acted like it was like the most scathing thing in the world. It was
There's nothing on it.
I wrote longer essays in high school. Like,
we've written longer texts to each other.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like, it's not even... It's wild that they were like acting like she was like doing a tell-all. It was truly 3 paragraphs, but it was like taken from, like she wrote a new version of this thing that she wrote on her blog, which again was truly 3 paragraphs long. And it was just kind of her being like, oh, I thought I needed to be involved in like with these other moms, but they kind of edged me out of this group. And like, they didn't want me to be there. And I like wanted their like approval so badly. And then I was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, let me just like live my life. And it just, it was so, the original blog post was so innocent to me. And I think that someone that was digging found it and was like, you should write a version of this for the cut. It'll be so great for moms to, and I don't think she had any idea like what was going to transpire and like the like, Karen Reed-esque like investigating that people were going to do.
Jesus Christ. So is the version in the cut different from the one on her blog or Substack?
Yeah, it is different words. It's
but same context.
The same context, but it's not the same. Like she wrote a different version of it for the cut.
Well, I'm glad you brought the blog up because I was like, I want to go back to that because the blog was like, she kind of like got married, had kids, did her thing and was like, I'm sure she was voicing Phineas and Ferb or whatever, doing like things here and there, but the blog was like her thing. And that's what it was called, Frenchie or whatever. And then it turned into the brand. Like that was the progression, very much like Gwyneth Paltrow Goop. Like it very much was
Well,
the blog.
they've all tried. They've all tried
Yeah.
to make Goop, and no one's done it.
And no one's going to make Goop
Right.
happen. Right. So that was like her thing. And I remember like it launched and we were all excited because it was Sharpay Evans and we were thrilled and everybody rode behind it. Then it got launched in Target, which was a huge deal. And she had like this huge campaign for it. And like I was working at Target at the time. And I remember like it was a big deal that like it was Ashley Tisdale having her like break into this new, field. We knew her as an actress. Now she's going into this new, very like honest, Jessica Alba vibe going in. Not that it was like kid products, but she was this like mommy blogger who was now doing skincare, which was all this time.
Yeah.
But like everybody was really so tapped into like just being like, oh my God, Ashley Tisdale's like trying this new endeavor. This is so cool. So that's why it is so shocking that like, where did this now come up years later?
When was the skincare? When was that? Was that like a long time? That wasn't like 2 years ago, right? That was like a long time
No.
ago.
This had to be like 2017, 2018, maybe, give or take.
So,
it's been around for a while and people do love it. Like I know like I've never bought it, touched it, smelled it. I don't know what it is, but like
it's successful at least.
Yeah, people do love it. It's like a staple in people's lines and things like that. So that's where it is so shocking that like this does come out of nowhere. And then with the blog coming out and like this like mean girl, whatever energy, I see all these people bringing up this other thing that was like buried on the internet of Vanessa Hudgens and Austin Butler dating. And when they broke up, Ashley was friends with Austin and not Vanessa after. So at that point, everyone was like, oh, she's not a girl's girl, which, the internet hates anyone who's not a girl's girl. And was like, oh, maybe she is a mean girl, but it got buried because she was Sharpay Evans. And now all these years later, people are bringing that back up and being like, well, remember when her and Vanessa stopped being friends because she sided with the boyfriend and not the girlfriend?
Yeah, but also because Vanessa Hudgens is a walking disaster. And she's like, you know what I mean?
Right. And I think that's what got away. Like, that's where it was like, oh, whatever.
Gonna die? Like, she was like, I can't be friends with you anymore.
Iconic quote, I gotta say. I say it all the time.
Dominick didn't know it, and we played
I remember
it
listening to the episode and I was
like,
if I could watch that video for the first time again, I would spend so much money to be sitting in my room during the pandemic and being like, Gabriela Montez, Vanessa Hudgens, what the fuck are you saying about Coachella?
Yeah.
But that's, a side note. But yeah, so there was this wave of everyone like loving her. And then when this blog came out again, everyone was like, wait, remember when she like took the side of Austin Butler and like that got brought back up? There was like all of these other things that people started to like bring back up with it, which like doesn't help the case, but it's also like that was years ago. And it's like there's this weird thing on the internet where like people just like don't let things go,
Yeah. And, you think? Yeah.
And I was like, I think we're drawing, straws. We're trying to like grasp for something, but it does really make me wonder like, where did this blog get this second life? Like you said, like, and why did no one make a big deal out of it back then?
That's the thing. I think someone dug it up because it was from months ago. Like it was months earlier that she wrote this. And I think someone saw it and I think they were like, wait, let's do this. And it'll be a good thing because then we can market it as like she exited this talk. Like they put all the pieces together and realized what had happened, or at least like what.
And with the Hillary Duff comeback of it all, it was like perfect timing. It was like, oh, great.
Yes.
This will take off like wildfire.
And I don't think she had any thought in her mind that like it was going to get. I truly do. I don't think she was like.
Who flagged the world that this is about Mandy Moore, Meghan Trainor, and Hillary Duff? Who? It was like how did we even find out? It was just like
a quick wildfire thing because they were such like always together. Like it was like a nonstop. They were in each other's living room doing tummy time together, and the moms had a mom's night out, and they were like so close knit. And there was also like just other like socialite moms in the group that I guess people follow and know.
When it's all over social media that they're always together, right?
Yeah, it was just like, so who else is it that she's hanging out with? If she's not spending her time with her kids or these friends, who else is it, Or with Phineas and Ferb, I guess. But like,
that should be.
It's just so unlikely that we're even talking about her at all. Like, I love the story.
Oh, I'm salivating.
I love the narrative of the story.
Enough.
You can plug any names in there, but the fact that it's just Ashley Tisdale and these other women is just somewhat hilarious to me.
I literally was like, I can't believe I'm spending this much brain power in the year 2026 thinking about Lizzie McGuire and Sharpay Evans. I was like, it is 2007. I'm 11 years old sitting in my bedroom watching Disney Channel and like I'm obsessed with these girls again, these women. And I'm like, I'm 30 years old now and they are no longer Sharpay Evans or Lizzie McGuire. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was crazy. It's such a crazy turn of events.
I will say that the moment it came out, the story, I was like, oh, she's just too sensitive. She's just that girl. You can't talk about anything in front of her, blah, blah, blah. And then when Hillary Duff's husband then posted his diss track response,
Not diss track response.
and he was like his diss article, and he was like, he posed the same way that Ashley was posed in the article. And this was just Hillary's husband. I was like, oh,
and
Ashley
that's the thing
Tisdale
about
was
Matthew
right.
Cuomo, he always will swing. Like he is so willing to like stand up for Hillary Duff that like when he chimes in, I'm like, oh, this isn't just like, you know, school drop-off drama. This is like actually the husbands are getting involved.
No, once he did that, I think they just admitted that Ashley Tisdale was right, that her article was in fact a documentary.
Goodbye. Guilty as charged is what is like when the minute I saw him doing something so petty, it's one, in my opinion, pathetic for the husband to get involved and do that.
It's like a housewife story. It's like when housewives get involved. I mean, you know, like
when the husband gets involved and you're like, don't do this.
Yeah.
One, that, and two, the one thing that I will say that when I remember reading the article on The Cut, and I get them confused with the blog and The Cut, but whatever. She said that like when she started becoming friends with this mom group, there was a girl that was on her way out. And she didn't pay any attention to it. And she kind of was like, oh, they're like not really friends with her. And like she watched someone else get phased out. And so then it's like, it like was her own karma coming back on her that she then got phased out. And again, is she probably really fucking annoying and they can't stand her? Yeah, probably.
But like, isn't everyone?
You know what I mean? But like, isn't everyone? P.S. Haven't you been this person? Haven't you done this to people? And like, was she really annoying? Yeah, probably. But like, have they gone through 9,000 people in this friend group? Yes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do I think everyone's guilty on each side? Yes, I do.
The best was Meghan Trainor posting, like, I didn't even know that this was happening. And I'm like, girl, enough. Like,
enough. Stop.
Like, you could not be more of the background character in this story right now. That was my favorite part of the whole thing.
You should be happy you're in this at all.
Right. Yeah.
Go sit on your like double toilet with your
Well, I was like, can we get Chris Olsen back on the payroll? Can she make some fun TikToks about this? Like, if you're going to do it right. Like, get Chris Olsen back in the room and like make work again. You know, like let's get some TikToks out because I want the drama if you're going to do it.
They are an intimidating group of people, though. I have to say, like, as everyone's putting composites of them on the internet, I'm like, oh, of course they're mean. Look at them. It's almost like they biologically didn't have a choice. Like this group of women had to be together and be mean to each other and everyone
Hillary
around
Duff,
them.
Mandy Moore. Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like if you're casting a new me, that's them. Like it's sort of crazy.
Yeah.
Forgive me, ladies, if you're actually the most kind and charitable people in the world. I'm sure you're not rotted to the core.
But they've also been famous their whole lives. They've like, you know, I mean, they're not these random like sweet little nothing moms. Like they've been famous their whole lives. They've had careers. They've raised children. They're powerful. They have careers. Like they're not.
And they also don't need to be kumbaya with everyone. Like they're very well connected.
No.
They're connected. Their husbands are connected. Like they don't need friends. They're good. You know, like that's why it's like they could be rotted people. I don't think they are, but like everyone's a little.
Everyone goes through everyone goes through this in friend groups. Like you have a friend that changes or someone gets really annoying or they do this and then you kind of phase them out of your life.
Evolve.
Like,
it would
happens
be weird
all the time.
Didn't. Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Because that's what life is. That's why no one lets me talk to nieces and nephews because everyone's always like, oh, life is much better after high school. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the same thing. Everything that's happening in high school is happening in adulthood as well. We just call it different things.
We just call it a cut article.
Bullying, exclusion. Yeah, that's exactly.
But you know what though? But then the minute that then like Hillary Duff's husband does the thing and everyone sees posting everything, it's like, it's guilty as charged because if it wasn't about you or anything, you would be like, what on earth are you talking about? Like you would be like, I'm not commenting on this thing that has nothing to do with me. What?
Of course.
And so you know that shit went down that we are not privy to.
And then Ashley Tisdale's husband posted about it too. He was posting stories about it as soon as Matthew was.
Yeah.
Boy,
it's like that Mormon, the Mormon wives show. Like it's like that. How there's like the husbands all fighting and all that.
Yeah.
Like that's what this is, but just like them all in LA being annoying. You know what I mean? Like, and then Ashley Tisdale surfaces with Haley Duff, Hillary's sister. Who I thought that they had like made up and been okay, but they're not okay.
There's a song on the album.
There's a song on the album
clearly about Haley. Like, and I don't think she's going to try to hide it, nor is she trying to hide it.
She shouldn't.
It is explicitly at Haley Duff.
Is it called My Bitch Ass Sister that sings better than me?
might
Is
as
it-
well
It's
be.
like it's called like We Don't Talk or
We Don't
something like
Talk,
that.
yeah.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, kill me.
Yeah.
Hit me with a car,
And it's like
please, someone.
very, there's no, Taylor Swift Easter egging in it. It's like,
No,
oh no,
she's like,
you're a bitch. I
me and
hate
my
you.
sister
We
don't
don't
talk.
speak. Yeah, me and Haley Duff do not speak. End verse. Like, that is the song on repeat for 3 minutes. And it's like, I went to the show she did in Brooklyn and she sang it, and I was like, this is ballsy of like Hillary Duff to be doing this. But I was like, you know what?
To her own sister.
But like, they haven't spoken in like 6 years. She wasn't at her
no,
wedding.
I did not know that they were like, I didn't know. It was
Well,
that.
because-
I'm not on Hillary like that. I don't have her on lock like that.
So the TLDR is basically, obviously this is about Ashley, but it ties in. Basically, Haley and her husband were very close with Hillary's first husband. So when they got a divorce,
my God.
they still stayed close with the other husband. So now that she's remarried,
And Hillary's like, what? That's, yeah. Like,
why are
get
you
him out of
still
your
friends
life.
with my
That's really
ex-husband?
bad. Oh, that's bad.
and there's
That's bad.
politics involved. So there's like,
Yeah.
Ooh.
they don't agree politically. And like, she was not at Hillary and Matthew's wedding. Pretty sure she's never met their kids. Like,
Oh,
there's
that's
like,
bad.
it's not just like my sister stole my shirt in 2011 and now we're not. It's like, no, they actually fucking hate each other.
So I'm wondering, do you know like how Ashley, who was obviously good friends with Hillary from the mom group, like was she friends with the sisters simultaneously, or after getting the boot from the group, did she call up Haley and say, want to be featured on the internet for the first time in 12 years?
Yeah. Do you want your Google notifications to go off for the
Exactly.
first time?
I have a wonderful idea.
I bet
don't
Haley was
know.
in those DMs hard.
Well,
It's
she
like, oh,
liked
you're fighting with my cunt sister? Let's do this.
that actually, I think was what kind of like was the initial, like the first brick at Stonewall. Haley liked the cut article on Instagram.
Yes.
And
Oh,
then
and
she
so-
unliked it when people noticed it. Cause it says like it says whoever. And it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like, if
Haley
you
Duff
follow them,
liked this
yeah.
article, like or whatever. And then you go back to it and she unliked it like an hour after. So it was like, the smoke alarms were going up. And then that I totally forgot
So
about
maybe
this. piece of
Haley
it.
was the one. Because Haley, I'm trying to think of what we heard about first. The We Don't Talk song or the
Definitely
Toxic
the
Mom
article.
group?
The
The
Toxic
article
Mom
was
group.
first?
Yeah,
Okay.
because Hillary only did the song literally comes out on Friday, but she started her tour mid-January. So like
so it is possible. It's possible that Haley actually reached out to Ashley and said, hey, we have something in common. We both want my sister dead. Meet me at Sweet Greens and I'll call them.
No, it's truly a
Getting bitch, we're going to Erewhon. Yeah. Put the kids in the car.
No, truly at Erewhon. Meet me at Erewhon. Meet me at, yeah. If they were in New York, they'd be like, let's go to Via Carota and we'll walk out hand in hand like Taylor.
Yeah.
That's her name. Sophie Turner. May I just say very quickly to toot my own horn, and Dominick's, one of our pitches was for Hillary Duff when we fixed her is to do this tour that she's doing right now. So you're welcome.
love.
You're welcome,
That's all.
Hillary Duff.
I mean, I've just got to say, like, I was up Disney Channel's ass if it was like my job when I was young. So like Lizzie McGuire, Hillary Duff was my jam. But like whoever's on her team, if they listen to your show and they were like, these guys know what they're talking about, doing a killer rollout. And like, it is the best PR I feel like she has gotten ever.
And forever.
It is so impressive the way that
She
they are
did that
just, like,
terrible dance.
handling it.
Yeah.
And she's doing it on tour and like making a joke out of it. It's the
Yeah,
Leah
good,
Michelle
which
effect
is
where like
art.
once Leah Michelle said, I can't read, it's not funny anymore. Hillary Duff doing the dance. Now it's not funny anymore. Everybody wants to do it.
Yeah.
Genius. Genius.
No, it's really great. Yeah. I mean, there's more to come from this story, I will say. It's not like this is the end of the road. This is only going to get worse. But
especially when the world actually hears the song. Because like the internet hears the song. I mean, not that.
no, yeah, when it's like on, when it's on Spotify, ready for me to
Hillary
push play
Duff
at any
isn't
moment.
going number one anywhere. Like, people aren't going to be
sure,
racing
slam.
to listen.
Slam.
But like they'll be, and like that's with love. No pun
Yeah,
intended.
sure,
Like
sure,
I say
sure.
that lovingly. Like she's not going to be breaking records or anything. But like I think when people hear about it and they don't have to search it on TikTok, I think there'll be another conversation coming up about it. Because there's also, and I don't follow it this closely, but people are saying like the production of it is like the same as a song that they did years ago or something.
Oh, brother, give me a break.
They're doing the Taylor Swift effect too, which I'm like,
Snooze. Yeah.
all right. But yeah, there's more to this story for sure. Like this is not the last we're hearing about Ashley Michelle Tisdale French, excuse me.
That's right. Chris, I'm opening the door to the limo. I'm about to put a shoe on the carpet. I think we're at the arena and it's time to fix Ashley Michelle Louise Tisdale French.
Okay. Ashley, Michelle, Rose, Louise, Tisdale French. I was going to do memoir, which is my version of On Golden Pond for Dominic. I was going to say memoir, but like it's not a memoir.
Such a memoir queen.
It's not a memoir. It's not memoir worthy. I want Ashley Tisdale French to go on a podcast. And I either want that to be, I can't believe I am saying these words, but the Vial Files.
Stop.
Or call her daddy, but she might play it too safe. I need her to go on a humongous podcast that is fine to get in the muck and the mire with her. And I want them to be like, okay, Ashley, spill it. Like, just fucking spill it. And I want them to walk through the entire article and be like, when you said this one part of this, one of the 3 paragraphs, what did you mean? When you started being friends with these people? And I want Ashley Tisdale to just fucking like air every single piece of dirty laundry from the friendship of this mom group in a podcast that will like take over the planet for like a week and a half. And then that just like lights the match to the gasoline of this entire thing. And I want them to be like at war with each other. Cause that's like, I need it. Yeah. I want them to fight about stupid stuff. I need this to be like frivolous and dumb and us just like be so involved in it, like fucking Scandival or one of these other things, like the Goop trial.
I was just going to say, I want it to be like a Scandival where like you can't put your phone down because it's like everything's coming out every other minute.
And then like eventually they'll have to do something where someone sits down with like not Diane Sawyer, but like what's the shittier version of my nemesis Diane Sawyer? Like someone sits down with Z-Way or something like that. Yeah, and like
Amy Robach.
Amy Robach, journalist, by the way. Yes. Someone has to sit like maybe then Hillary Duff sits down with Z-Way after this, but I want it to be like a like press war between the Tisdales, the Duffs, and the Moores. And I just want
mediated by Don Lemon, no doubt.
Mediated by Don Lemon,
obviously.
Of course. I just need like bloodshed in that regard. Do you know what I mean? Of like her to just go on a podcast and like let it motherfucking rip, and then have them come and like retaliate against her, and it just be like a bloodbath. And I know that we need unity right now, and we do need unity, but what we also need is to see celebrities ripped apart by each other so that we can like forget about actual people being ripped apart by each other in the real world, which is horrifying and terrible. And I want to have this be a balm for us while we rest while fighting.
A cushion, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah, give us something to think about.
I like that you're thinking globally there. I like that you're thinking about the world. I don't think that a group of white, blonde, middle-aged actresses is who we're going to turn to for unity anyway. So you're good. I think this is solid.
And I just want blood in the water. Do you know what I mean? Like
that's
what I want.
Yes.
And
yeah, this isn't actually fixing them. You just want them to. You want celebrity deathmatch. You want celebrity
someone
deathmatch.
will die.
Yes, but then because that then gets her so in the conversation, and then she's doing interviews, and then she's getting roles, and then it gets her into that like Kim Kardashian place right now where Kim's at, where she does all these acting roles, even though she's a terrible actor, and like then she could actually like do roles and actually get good parts because we like care about her again.
Right.
But we need bloodshed first. We need a human sacrifice.
Wow, okay.
Haley Duff.
I like that you're
Meghan Trainor. Meghan Trainor.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that's my pitch. I'm sorry to say. That's my pitch. Weird, but that's what it is.
Ashley French, as you're listed on IMDb.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley French, in fixing you, when I have a problem, and in this week the problem is Ashley Tisdale French, I think to myself, what would Heidi Montag do in this situation, obviously?
Beautiful.
The first thing Heidi Montag would do is trademark the term toxic mom group. That's the first thing you need to do. If it hasn't been done already, get out in front of it, own it, do that. The second thing I need you to do is somehow get behind this whispered reboot of Desperate Housewives. This is your reintroduction to the world. One of those 4 women is your role. You are the age. You have the notoriety that Terry Hatcher had when she got on there, maybe even more, because you were Lois and Clark wasn't exactly the voice of a generation, but High School Musical was. So you've got like a built-in audience that's in their 30s that's going to tune into this You're a name for something like that. You're a comeback story, especially after we know that you were bullied by every other white woman in Hollywood. So that's what I'm going to say. I mean, the trademarking, I wouldn't consider that a prong, although it's a very good idea for you, Ashley.
No, she should. She should have a purse that says Toxic Mom Group on it that we all
buy. It should be her podcast name, and she should go into that.
Yes, yeah. You know who should actually, TMG, just to be even worse?
Dominick TMG.
TMG, it's like the TMZ for toxic mom groups. Haley Duff is the one who should trademark toxic mom groups.
right off from under her, yeah.
Yeah, Haley's really the villain in all of this, I feel like.
Yeah. She's twisting her mustache back in her penthouse, obviously. But my real fix is to join Desperate. I think that this is the time for you to surge and, sort of comically leaning into this new version of you, which is like in the middle of Scandal. So just go for it. You're 40.
I didn't even know that they were doing a whispered
It's time for your
reboot.
signature adult role. It's been bandied about for the past year or two.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned it in an a la carte. Well, sure. Yeah, if it's cast the right way, sure.
Yeah,
right.
Sure.
And I think that would be the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my pitch.
All right, Andrew. Now it is your time to decide.
It's my time to shine. I think my thing with Ashley is that, like we were saying, is like she has the audience, she has the name, she can be, no matter what she does, like there is going to be little or more buzz, like if it's a skincare line, if it's a blog post, whatever it is, like there is some audience of people who is going to at least ears up when they do it. But I do think this idea of her finally getting this adult role that Dominick pitched, I do think that would be the best option to go. As much as I would love to watch her rip Hillary Duff's hair out on a podcast.
Sure. Watch women fight. Yeah. So more division in our country. Yeah. No.
I'd hate to pit women against each other, but like I would be Patreon, I would pay for it. If it was a pay-per-view, I would pay for it. Like I would be in the live audience. I would love it. But if we're being, what I think would actually like help
Andrew,
her out career-wise, I got to go Dominick.
You chose peace.
I did. Also, just because I do want to see that. I want to see her on Wisteria Lane, like fucking shit up, because I do think like she's a good actress.
Yeah.
Like she'd be great in it. Yeah. That's the thing. She's talented. That's why I think people still like are tuned into it, because like she's not a bad actress. She just like doesn't do it anymore for some reason because she's stuck.
She's doing Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, she's like, I don't need to do anything else.
I'm like, if you applied yourself, you wouldn't have to write about Hillary Duff on your blog. So like, maybe we're just all wishing for something better for her in the future. And yeah, maybe we get a Toxic Mom Group podcast and she exposes everything, not in a cutthroat way, and is on Wisteria Lane.
One thing that I will say that I have to bring up that she wrote about in the blog was that like they all planned to go on a vacation at her kid's birthday party and didn't invite her. Like that's savage.
I mean, maybe she was going to be.
What'd she do to make him that way?
They couldn't fucking stand her. They couldn't stand her. But
they used her as the idea, and then
it's still mean. It's just still mean.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Rotted. Yeah.
Anywho, but Dominick, congratulations. Beautiful.
Dominick is the winner.
I think you emphasized the violence a little bit.
I know.
I
think I went too. I know. I had. Yeah. I had bloodlust.
Mad about.
I had too much bloodlust in my pitch.
I love bloodlust. Oh my God. You know what this has been, Chris?
A whirlwind.
A whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind. Yep.
Andrew, thank you so much for being with us. Tell us where we can find you and where they can listen to your podcast, Too Pop to Handle.
Of course. Well, thank you guys for having me. This was a blast. It met every expectation. I was very excited for this. You could find me. I am at Andrew Nucatola across all platforms, or at Too Pop to Handle across all platforms. And we are live every Wednesday, similar to these guys, wherever podcasts are available. So come join the Too Pop to Handle party. We'd love to have you.
Dominick, where can people find you?
The website's domentary.com. You can find me on Insta at Dominick Pupa or at Domentary on TikTok. And don't forget, Fixing Famous People has a TikTok as well, Fixing Famous People Pod. Christopher, where can the listeners of this podcast find you on the World Wide Web?
You can find me at the Chris DeRosa. You can find the show at Fixing Famous People, and you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople. I wish you both well, and as always, where's Shelley? Goodbye.